everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, let's do a grace card reading. Y'all, I've been fooling around with my quarters and yeah, I'm in a new place and it's been a while since I actually spent some time working on lighting. So I hope this lighting's a little bit better, but I still gotta, you gotta figure all that out anyway. I did pre-shuffle this grace card deck, so let's get to it. Y'all, here at the lair, it is Saturday, so happy Saturn Day. Day of crystallization, day of manifestation. And I believe it's the 18th of March, 2023, so something like that, y'all. Now look, yeah, totally, because we have an equinox coming up, 2 days equinox. We're in the drag of it right now, and then right after the equinox we have an Aries new moon. Get your wishing on, okay? That's all I can really tell you. Keep your mind straight, keep your attitude good, flip that gratitude switch and mirror what you want after all the things that you're grateful for. That's the best way I can tell you how to manifest whatever it is that you want in your world, okay? So the first card that I'm going to pull tonight, y'all, this is reflective of that energy that surrounds our Libra format as humans. That is the one-on-one energy that we share with other human beings. Let's see what the grace cards have to tell us about how we can do a better job of being present and accounted for when we're in relations with other people, when we are, trying to have a conversation or trying to get along with or interchange with other people. This is so perfect. Hello, kitty. Mindfulness. Yeah. If you've been here a while, you pretty much know this is my favorite ass card of the deck. It is. Manage your mind. Manage your mind. It's not all yours up there. All that stuff that's in there, number one, it's not all yours. And number two, it needs some wrangling, okay? Especially when you're going loop-de-loop-de-loop, especially when the loop-de-loop-de-loop usually is on the negative, okay? When we direct our thoughts, when we are a cooperative component of our purposeful manifestation in this world, when we command and direct our thoughts and words toward the outcome we most desire, not the one that we least desire. We do it. We're the king and queens of doing that, y'all. We talk about everything we don't like. We think about everything we don't like. We talk to others about everything we don't like. And in our head, we're just saying, oh, I hate this, and I hate that, and I'm not good, and I'm blah, blah, blah. I totally believe, and this is my belief, that is a cooperative component of the machine that needs to be driven and needs us as cogs in the wheels to drive the big machine. Now, I don't know if it's purposeful. I don't know if it just happened by chance. But the bottom line is, as a human species as a whole, we've been kind of trained into negativity. Because God forbid we free think, right? God forbid we try and create our own reality, try to purposefully manifest in our world, because that would be bad. It kind of would for the establishment, I don't even know why I said establishment, but for this contrived machinery that has been presented for us as reality. And this thing, the machinery, it depends on our cooperation. Okay, so I have this thing called dissidential cooperation, and that's what this is about. Manage your own mind. Fine, go along with the flow when you need to in the 3D world to get things done. But outside of that, all of this up here is your domain. You need to construct your own reality so that you're not a victim, and so you don't spend most of your time in loop in the human form in misery. Because you can do it. Programming can only occur in your brain. It can't occur in your mind. Okay? And when you're interacting with other people, it's so important to like be in command of your own thoughts and not be so reactionary that you say stuff that you don't really mean, but it just came out because you're bouncing off their energy. Command your own situation, command your own frequency in your own mind, in your own thoughts. Know what's what in your head. To do that, you got to spend a little time with yourself. You got to get to know yourself. Then when you are interacting with other people and you are in exchange with these other energies that are so necessary to your evolution, because if they weren't, they wouldn't be sent to you. When you're in that dynamic situation, you can make the most of it. You're not flooding it with your own excess nonsense. And we all got to do that. Nobody can do that for us. We all got to realize that there's a whole bunch of shit in there that's not ours. And that doesn't mean that you get to blame other stuff. What it really means is that it's time to realize that the human is an immaculate, amazing, crazy ass, badass of a creature. And the only reason that we spend so much time in folly, the folly that requires like drug therapy and all this other stuff, and that breaks down the human anatomy and screws up our bodies, is because we've been laden with it. But we still have to wiggle off the hook ourselves. No one's going to come along and take that thing out of us. We've got to wiggle off the hook ourselves, which means that you have to command your own deal. You have to realize that your mind is your domain. You have to work it. You have to tend to it. You have to edit. Yeah. And when you're with another human being that's been sent in your sphere for a very good reason, there's some information there that you need. So it's so important that you can stop your own drama in your own emotive states and in your own mind long enough to interact on a very neutral and accepting level, instead of constantly doing the cougar thing, constantly jumping, trying to get your point across, trying to make the most of your agenda, when really that's about being on a bridge and coming together. Okay? And the most that you can do is do your part, settle down, have control of this up here so that you're not overthinking and over-talking a conversation or prejudging another human being and giving them the respect and the grace that they deserve to deliver what it is that you need to know. And whether that's tasteful or delicious or bitter, whatever it turns out being, at least you have been able to be in command of your own faculties so that you're receptive and you get it. So you don't have to go back again if it's not good, so you don't have to travel that little loop again, so that you've got that information to use in the future. That's what the whole thing is about. So mindfulness is such an important card, and it could be important in either slot. The Libra energy, the one-on-one communication, or that internal energy. So that's the card that we're going to pull now. This is the one that's going to have some sort of beautiful message for us on how we can better harness the energies of something that we're going through, something that we're trying to accomplish, something that's affecting us, some sort of pivotal energy. How can we take a grander role in commanding, you know, the momentum of something that's really important to us, okay? That's that internal you. That's that, like, Saturnian energy. It's that, it's the one who's trying to get everything done, and that one is very important. Beautiful. Mirror. Mirror. And I could go closer, but the lighting's not that great back there. So y'all, I'm going to put it right here for right now, and then we'll figure it out, okay? Mirror. Learn to see God's presence in everyone you meet. And hello, la, 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 la. You're not going to be able to do that if you are constantly rolling your own agenda. If you don't find a way to understand that your biggest strength is in acquiescing and relaxing into a moment with another human being, so that you can actually pick up on everything that you need to pick up on. And what you're doing in here is going to mirror for you in your world. Every single thing that you're doing in here is going to manifest in your face. So if you can learn to control your mind, then you have a better grasp over your emotive state, your feelings, because the way you think is what commands your feelings. And your feelings create this like rubber bandy reactionary energy that we can roll on pretty much most of the time for human beings, because we're bouncing off the stuff that we see, the stuff that we encounter, the stuff that we hear, the stuff that we feel. We're bouncing off that stuff, but when you can learn to manage your own mind, that stuff doesn't put you in that place. You're not a pinball anymore, and you can settle in and understand that everything that you're putting out, I'm trying to get it without glare, y'all. I'm not completely, there. What you're putting out is going to be the reflection that you get back. I know, and it sounds so dang simple, but it's not. I mean, this is a complex situation that we are in as humans. And I know this is running long, but I felt very settled tonight. And I knew I was going to need to take time with my reading. So these are your two beautiful cards du jour. If I can get some lighting on those, that's so pretty. Okay, you got mindfulness, my favorite card in the deck. And I probably say that about 5 or 6 of these cards. Manage your own mind. Understand that you're being pummeled with that on a regular basis. Understand that you grew up with some programming already in there that's probably not going to serve you sustainably, okay? And that it's so time right now on this planet to take some time and learn how to manage your own thoughts, because when you manage your thoughts, you manage your emotions. And what are the emotions? The emotions are the catapult in now to create your future. So what happens when you're constantly in anxiety state? That's what you're creating in now. With all the power of your now, that's what you're creating more of. When you can learn to manage your mind, you can control your emotions, and you can make yourself be in a more harmonious frequency. And I do it with gratitude. Gratitude always puts me in a higher frequency. If you can learn to be grateful, great. That'll work for you. That's a tool. But it's so important that you learn to catch your thoughts, catch those negative thoughts, because the longer you spend in a negative state, in a negative lower frequency, the better chances that that has traction in your world. That will gather momentum, and that's what you're going to experience. Find a way to be joyous, and one of the ways that I've learned to be joyous is to learn to control my own thoughts, my own deal. What's really real for me. And a lot of times I'll go in there and my mind gets, just like y'all, my mind gets busy with stuff like social stuff, like, ooh, what are they thinking, and blah, 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 and I bet they're doing this. And I'm catching myself, and I say, it's none of my business. It's none of my business, y'all. If it doesn't have something to do with me, it's really none of my business, because all of that's going to do what it's going to do. And what I'm doing with that, entertaining those thoughts, is just ignoring my own reality, ignoring, you know, these precious fat now moments to create my own reality. I'm giving it away. Okay, so that's really important. Mirror. Once you're doing this, you don't have to worry about the mirror effect. When you're coming from that kind, generous, loving, self-reliant, you know, kind of space, you're going to get that back from others. You are. I mean, people are going to be who they're going to be, but what you're going to perceive is what you're creating. It's what you're throwing out there. That's what you're going to get back, because you're not going to see that other stuff. That's not going to mirror for you, because you're not in company with that energy. Okay? So these are two really, really important cards. Great reading, y'all. Thank you for being here. If you like the video, and you know I heard my little clicker fall, and I've been distracted ever since then, so let me give him a little clicker. Thank you for being here. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you care to share the video, please do. I appreciate that so much. It makes such a difference on my little teeny tiny channel here on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd appreciate that so much. Okay, I'm out of here, y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon.